Welcome to the Intuitive Solutions online trainings. Intuitive Solutions provides sales, implementation, training, and support for SuiteMed. We also offer billing services as well as data hosting. You can find us online at www.intuitivesolutions.net or call our toll-free number at 877-889-1011. My name is Dwayne Prejean, and I will be training today on the AR Activities module, also referred to as the Collections. The first thing I'll do is go into the software and go under Setup and Bill, and I'm going to review the collection status. Your collection status is nothing more than your collection steps that you take to get the claim paid. You can create as many statuses as you want just by clicking on the Add button and assigning a particular color to that status by simply clicking on the little paint square here. Once you've assigned your statuses, you can go directly into the module by clicking on the last of the $ icons or clicking your Control F9 keys. When this module opens, you will see the gold bar, which are all the filters that you can use. I'm just going to go ahead and retrieve it so that you can see some of the data. Notice on the bottom left that the main summary is grayed out. This is because we are on the main summary view. We have 3 views in this module: the main summary, the summary, and the detail. The further left to right that you go, the further you drill down to the CPT level. At this level, you're simply just seeing insurance names and some totals. If you click on the summary, it will reveal the patient's name as a summary and what that patient currently owes. You can also click on the detail level, and it will take you down into the patient's name and all the way into the CPT service date of that particular claim. Now, the way that we use the AR Activities/Collections module is that the status of the claim must be sent. If the status of the claim is currently in the claim screen, meaning it's ready to go out again, you won't see it on this module until the status is sent, meaning you've sent it out electronically or on paper, and then it will renew itself here for you to begin the collections process. Also, for those that are patient responsible, they will be here as well. Once the balance reaches 0, it will no longer be on this screen. I'm going to go back into the main summary, and notice that you have your column titles. If you want to click on any of the column titles, it will sort it ascending, and then if you click again, descending into the totals that you want. So that if you wanted to find which one of these entities owes you the most money so that you can begin your working of this module, you can just simply click on it and find which one owes you the most and begin targeting those entities. Going up to your gold bar, you have a lot of criteria that you can select from. You may have a multi-office and may just want to see one particular office. Same goes for the provider. You also have a place to select a carrier or a plan, maybe fish out one of the patients, and you control the aging. Now, the claim date, service date, and first claim date can be changed. Remember, your claim date is the last time you sent this claim out, paper or electronic. It changes every time you resubmit the claim. Your service date doesn't change. That's the date your patient came in. And then your first claim date is the first time you sent this claim out, paper or electronically. It doesn't change. And you can also age it from this date. By default, we'll always pull today's date in this date. Your statuses we talked about earlier by creating them as your steps. So when we're going under the detail, and maybe we need to mark Marsha Brady as a particular status, we can go right down here and select a particular status. Maybe Marsha Brady is going to be a called patient status. Notice now that that line takes the color of the status that we've assigned it when we were beginning this training. We can also filter on those that are of a particular status. So if I want a called patient status, I can filter it out, and we'll see those patients that have that particular status. I'm going to reverse that and bring it back to all to show you the other filters. You can also filter it on your service date, your claim date, and your first claim date. Then pick your date ranges. If you want to use an insurance type, this list is a multi-select item. It's where we're selecting on the carrier what type of insurance this may be. So if we're looking for all of our government plans, instead of going through insurance carrier where it allows maybe just a single select, we can select a group of insurance types, select OK, and then retrieve, and it will retrieve just those of that type. That is your insurance type. Once again, it's a multi-select, and it is set up on the carrier level of your insurance. You can also select your priority, whether that money currently pending is sitting under a primary or maybe a secondary, or any of these others you can select and then retrieve. Your date ranges, 30, 60, or 90 are displayed here. But perhaps you don't like 30, 60, or 90. You may want 45, 95, and 300. When I refresh, notice that the buckets get renamed according to the way that you want to see them. It puts them in the appropriate aging buckets as the way you've selected aging by and the aging as of date. I'm going to go ahead and return that back to 30, 60, and 90. You can select a balance from or to. Perhaps your office does a small balance write-off and you want to isolate things from a penny to $5. You can select that balance from here, maybe to $4.99, and then retrieve. In this instance, I wasn't able to find any, so I'm going to zero them out so we can get a couple more. Had you found some that you did want to do a small balance write-off, simply put your check mark here. Those that have a check mark, when you click on write-off, will allow you to select a specific write-off code, click OK, and then write them off. Remember, when the balance is 0, they disappear from the screen, so those are successfully written off. Perhaps we don't want to see the current 30-day, so I can click on Hide 30 and then Retrieve, and that current bucket is gone, because we only need to worry about those that are greater than 30. That is an option for you if you want. You can select Show, whether that particular line has been assigned to an employee or not, and then we can pick who has been assigned to. We can group the insurances by, we can group the data by insurance is the way that it's currently default set, but perhaps we want to see it by office or provider. We can select that and then retrieve and then see it in that specific order. I only have one office in this database, so that's the way you're seeing it. I can retrieve it by provider and it will show the providers all grouped together. Any of these views, any of these criteria is available upon print. You just simply print it or export it directly out of the database. Remember, any view allows you to print or export. We're going to pick up with the more features in a separate training. We'll be right back. Thanks.